What do we do about that? Is there
Well,
something to do?
no, I think the only thing to do is, first of all, realize that there is no reward. This is something that if you read, there's uh, an article written called "The Independent Whig," written in 1721 by John Trenchard. And he's basically, I'll paraphrase it to make it easy. He says, there's no reward for trying to convince knuckleheads that they're knuckleheads. You're never going to do it. And there's no reward for trying to do it. You'll just bash your head in. Right. And so he says the best thing to do is to identify those people who are humble enough to be taught and then spend your capital teaching them. Spend your time, your talent, and your treasure in the company of those people who you can persuade, who you can influence, and reject wasting time with those who are simply going to reject everything you say, or who will answer you in ways that, like you said, is complete rot, and it's not true, and it's rubbish. But what are you going to do? You're going to sit there and argue with them? No, don't, because there's no reward for that. Take your time and your talents and turn it toward people that you might have a lasting influence over. And boy, you'll see the difference very quickly, which is what I've had to do, because most of the time, it's, I hate to use this word, but it's sexier to argue with people that disagree. It draws the clicks, it draws attention, but it's much more satisfying to talk to young people. For example, every Friday at 2 p.m. Central, I have a 1 hour lecture about the forgotten influences on the founding fathers. Those kids come alive with these writings of these men. And that's satisfying to me, as opposed to I could sit here and argue with some raging liberal about how they're wrong about this, that, or the other, but it doesn't satisfy me the way it does talking to these kids and inspiring them and influencing them.
Oh, personally, I've definitely learned your lesson.